if you've been suffering from withdrawals for an awesome fighting game like I have, don't get me wrong, Mortal Kombat, you're fun, you hold your own. Injustice, you guys are fun with your superheroes, don't get me wrong. But I mean, arcade style
combos.
Awesome, beautiful, bright fucking, you got the classics versus the classics with Marvel versus Capcom. Honestly, I can remember pouring tons and tons of quarters into, a few of these machines. I think I played 2 a ton actually.
Oh hell yeah.
So Capcom has decided it is time to bring you another installment with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you've been living underneath a rock for a while, or you just don't happen to like fighting games, this is probably one of the biggest things that Capcom does when they decide to do them. And the fact that Marvel's in there too, shit, think about that. The possibilities are going to be huge. Now, some of the features that they're bringing out are tons of multiplayer, but they're not neglecting the single-player mode like previous games probably
Thank God. Yeah. Street Fighter 5, it only came out with an online multiplayer, and that was it. Kind of pissed people off.
I wasn't going to say it. I was just going to leave it alone and keep going.
I had to, Capcom. You fucked us.
But it's based off of the Unreal 4 engine as far as the graphics and technology and things like that. So it's next gen realism pushed into the new era and stuff like that. There's going to be robust online modes that you can play, and content including ranked and casual matches, global leaderboards, online lobbies, and you can sit and spectate a match if you want and try to get a better idea of how to play a certain group of characters. But I think right now the biggest thing that's got fans of the series all interested super is the 2v2 matches that are a thing now. So I mean, with that, I'm fucking interested in it. It's got my attention, which hasn't happened for a fighting game in a long time. I mean, I think the last time I even was remotely interested in a fighting game is when we saw the tweet a couple months back, or maybe even a year ago now, I think, about Mortal Kombat versus freaking Killer Instinct.
Yeah, which would be a really cool idea, because that would add in for the first time. Mortal Kombat has combos, but they're very slow and, a 3-4 hit combo. Killer Instinct is just combo crazy, and that's what a lot of people love about the original Capcom fighting games going back to Street Fighter 2, is the crazy combo and moves you can do, and like you said, the bright colors also. But it's a very, it's a fighting game that you can just jump in and have a bunch of fun with, but at the same time, you can learn a lot of cool, crazy combos, and anybody can play, but it also takes, if you want to get really good at it, skill. And when you, like the first 3, should I say, Marvel vs. Capcoms were great games. I played all 3. I still have the 3rd one on my Xbox 360. Second one, I think, was the best, hands down, at least to me.
Yes.
I play that all the time in the arcades. And what's interesting about the news so far is the characters that they've been, slowly but surely showing us. Like Captain Marvel, which used to be Miss Marvel for anybody that hasn't read comics in a while but remembers Miss Marvel. They took away Captain Marvel and made her Captain Marvel now. And you got Mega Man, which, that's going to be interesting. Yes, it is the X one. And I can't wait to see how he fights. It's going to be very awesome. I like the 2v2 aspect. I am a little concerned, like I said, because Capcom kind of screwed the pooch with the brand new Street Fighter 5, only on PlayStation. Yeah, it was only on PlayStation because Xbox wouldn't allow you to put 1/3 of a game on their system. Which, that really, even to this day, there is not a true single player yet put on there yet. And they're supposed to patch that sometime. But it's almost been, a year?
Yeah, somewhere around.
Well, I hope and I think they learned their lesson because of the outrage from that. It still sold pretty good, so it didn't hurt their pockets too bad, but there was a lot of people, bitching and moaning about it. And come on, you're putting Marvel in this, and Marvel's not going to let you put out a half-ass product. Just plain and simple.
I mean, you got to think whose reputation's on the line when you put Marvel on anything, and that that company will not let you fuck something completely the hell up. If so, they'll be like, oh, no, stop. Give us everything you have. We'll buy it outright from you, and we'll take care of it our damn selves. But, just one quick thing, though. Unlike past entries, the game does not allow players to call in assist attacks. Instead, characters can be swapped immediately at any point during the middle of a combo, similar to Street Fighter X and, Tekken and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Now, are they still going to have the super team-up moves that you can pull off?
From the way it's being described right now, instead of calling it an assist, they would just call it a swap. But I think that they would have something like that. I mean, if they put what is his name, the blonde-haired guy, Zero, in the game as well, along with Mega Man X, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some super team-up combo that's going to happen there. It's just, I mean, if they didn't, it'd be kind of silly, and it'd kind of go against how Capcom versus Marvel has done before, where if you have certain players together and you do certain combos, it seems to be a little bit smoother transition, you know?
Yeah, like one of my favorite things to do in Capcom versus Marvel 3 was getting all three of my characters, the bar all the way up and in that last round as soon as it begins, just unleashing all three super moves at once just to completely fuck the person over in that last round.
Right.
One thing is, like, from what I've heard about this, is Marvel they don't want to promote their comics as much in this one. What they're trying to promote is the Marvel movie universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means you're not going to get your X-Men or your Fantastic Four, maybe not even Spider-Man, even though he is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now, but definitely not the X-Men and so forth. So I wonder if they're going to have Deadpool in it again.
Well, I know right now for Marvel, the confirmed people, Captain Marvel, Captain America, and Iron Man, but, you know, it's still very early in development. I mean, it'd be silly not to see Spider-Man, but, you know, it's one of those things where we're just going to have to play it by ear.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, they're definitely going for the movie universe over that, and since Fox has the mutants, they're not going to use them. But hopefully they'll still use Deadpool just for the simple fact that he is their most popular comic character. He's one of my favorites from Marvel, and yes, Fox has his movie rights, but come on, he is your #1 comic character, and people like to play as him.
Yeah, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if in the single-player mode that we get fucking Thanos or somebody like that, because, you know, because we are going with the movie and the Infinity Stone. They've mentioned it several times that the Infinity Stones are going to be a thing in this, so look out for that. And why wouldn't you have Thanos, the guy who's been trying to collect them for the X amount of past movies, to have him in there? Hell, you know, if Marvel wants to go the route of doing just their movies, you might see Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, Dax, you might as well end up putting in Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy versus Capcom. Just change the name. But, I mean, it won't deter me from wanting to play the game and maybe even buy the game.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, that alone is... I like it. I really do.
And they had Rocket Raccoon, actually, in the last one, which is... He was a pretty badass character. His weaponry was unimaginable. But, yeah, definitely. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. And since they're going with the movies in this one, I wonder what villains are they going to have. Are they going to have, like, Dormammu from Doctor Strange? Are they going to have Red Skull from Captain America? Like, which villains are they going to put in there? And come on, Thanos has to be the big baddie at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Thanos and Akuma somehow, like, come together.
Oh, Jesus.
Think about it, they had, like, some fusion techniques.
Fuck it, get the burlap sack chainsaw guys from Resident Evil 4 in that bitch.
True.
Yes, are you not busy enough playing a game right now?
Sorry. No, I've never really, I know this just sounds like contradictory, but I never really got into the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and I've never really been into games, to be honest with you, like Street Fighter or what are the other ones, like from Sega, where it's like two people battling each other. So I don't really have a like negative or positive. I'm kind of just indifferent. I mean, I guess if I was into the game, I'd probably have some